Hello, and welcome to another episode of Scott's Kitchen. So today, we're going to bake some cookies together, and it's my favorite type, chocolate chip cookies. So remember, before we cook or bake anything, we're going to start by washing our hands.
First we'll wet our hands, then we'll apply liquid soap, then we'll scrub the backs of our hands between our fingers, thumbs, and around our fingernails for at least 20 seconds, then rinse and towel dry.
So now that my hands are clean, I'm going to set the temperature on the oven. So I'll set it to 350 degrees, and we'll let it preheat while we do the rest.
The ingredients that we need to make chocolate chip cookies today include 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of unsalted butter, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 large eggs, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips.
So while we're waiting for the oven to come up to temperature, I'm going to add my baking soda and my salt into the flour. So first I'll add the baking soda, and then I'll add the salt.
Can you point to the kitchen tool that I'm going to use to mix the dry ingredients together? That's right, and it's called a whisk. Let's see it in action. So I'll use the whisk to carefully combine all of the dry ingredients.
So now I'm going to add the brown sugar and the butter into this bowl, and then I'm going to cream it together in the mixer. So I'll get it into place, I'll put it down, I'll make sure it's locked, and then I'll get it started.
So then we'll cream together the butter and the sugar in the mixer for 2 minutes, and then slowly crack 2 eggs and add them into the mixture, and the vanilla too. Can you point to the side that has the wet ingredients? Is it the side on the left, or is it the side on the right? Did you choose the side on the right? If you did, that's right. That's the wet ingredients.
Now that the wet ingredients are all mixed together, I'm going to slowly add in the dry ingredients.
So we'll add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients until they're fully combined.
So now that the cookie dough is all mixed together, I'm going to fold in the chocolate chips, and I'm going to use the spatula for that.
So I'll use the spatula and fold in the chocolate chips until I'm left with something that looks like this. Cookie dough.
So now that the cookie dough is all mixed together, we're going to form it into cookie dough balls. So I'll take some cookie dough, and I'll roll it into a ball. And then I'll place it on the cookie sheet.
Let's count the cookie dough balls together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to bake 12 cookies today.
So now that the oven's come up to temperature, we're going to take the cookies and we're going to put them into the oven. So we'll slowly open the door, put the cookies in, and then shut the door, and we're going to set the timer.
So I'll set the timer for 10 minutes and then hit start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take the cookies out of the oven. And here's our first look at them. All right, let's transfer them to the cooling rack.
So then I'll carefully transfer the cookies from the cookie sheet to the cooling rack to give them lots of time to cool. Can you tell me which one has less cookies? Is it the cookies that are still on the cookie sheet, or is it the cookies that are transferred to the cooling rack? Did you choose the cookies that are still on the cookie sheet? If you did, that's right, because 4 is less than 8, and 8 is more than 4. We baked 12 cookies today.
Now all that's left to do is have a taste test. favorite.
Cookies are really yummy, and you want to enjoy them in moderation, which means not having too many at once, or else you might feel sick. So instead, choose all the time snacks, like fruit, and you can have those anytime. Since I had extra cookie dough, I rolled up the rest of the dough into balls and froze it so I could bake more another time, so I could share some with loved ones, drop off for friends, or send home some Scott's Kitchen Take and Bake when I have driveway visitors. Thanks for making chocolate chip cookies with me today. I'll see you next time for another episode of Scott's Kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you have a suggestion for a new episode or have any questions, please leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe and be notified of new episodes once they're released, or browse the channel for other episodes to continue baking, cooking, and learning with me. Thanks for watching!